Welcome to our channel. In this session, we are going to discuss about creation of string objects from the string buffer class. Remember, the objects which are generated from java.lang.StrigBuffer class are mutable objects. Remember the difference. If you are creating the string objects from java.lang.string class are immutable object, but if you are creating from the string buffer, the objects are mutable objects. Mutable objects in the sense, once it is created, it is possible to modify. That is, after creation also we can modify. In this, there are four constructors that are available in the string buffer. The four constructors are, the first one is public java.lang.StrigBuffer of without any parameter, java.lang.StrigBuffer. Why? What is the use of constructor? Constructor is used for object creation. While object creation, the constructor is executed automatically. So next one is public java.lang.StrigBuffer of some integer parameter. This is the second one. And the third one is java.lang.StrigBuffer of the input is a string object. The input is a string object. And the fourth one, public java.lang.StrigBuffer of java.lang.some character sequence. So these are the four constructors that are available in string buffer. Now we will discuss one by one for creating string object. So what is my first case? Case 1, by using just string buffer of. String buffer of. So how to create a string object? The syntax is string buffer, some s1 is equal to new string buffer of. So like this, you are creating a string object s1. Now what happened? Buffer is simply the place where we are storing the information. Here we are creating the string buffer object without any parameter. Now it will take a default capacity. It will take a default capacity of 16 characters. That means if you are creating the string object in this approach, within this we can create a string of maximum 16 characters. This is the default capacity. After creation, now what happened? An empty buffer is created. Within this buffer, we need to add the string objects. Yes or no? For that, we are using one method, append. Append is the method which is used to add the data to the string buffer objects. To add the data to the string buffer objects. Suppose if my string object is more than 16 characters, but the buffer capacity is only 16, by length of a string is more than 16. What happened? So nothing is a problem. The capacity of the string object, the capacity of the string buffer object dynamically increases. How? By simply doubling the capacity. Doubling the capacity plus 2. For example, if your string crosses 16, what is the next capacity? Next capacity is 34. 16 into 2, 32 plus 2, 34. Suppose if your string crosses 34, 34 into 2, 68 plus 2, 70, and so on. Okay, like this. First, you are creating the string buffer with the empty buffer with a capacity of 16. After that, one method is append method. So, append method is used to add the data to the string buffer object, where always at the end of the existing one. Already some text is there. Assume already some text is there, it always added at the end. What is the syntax? String buffer is the return type. Append of string some str. That is, we can append the string to the buffer object, or else string buffer append of int number. We can append an integer also. We can append an integer also. Now I will show you the append method. Along with I will show you the first to okay. First to move to append method. Now class assume my class name is demo string buffer 1. Demo string buffer 1 public static void main string args of. Okay, within this one, first to create a string buffer object, string no spaces, this is a single class, string buffer some s1 is equal to new string buffer of. So what happened? It creates a string with empty capacity. Now I am printing that information. System dot out dot println. The capacity is plus s1 dot. One method is there to identify the capacity. The method name is capacity of the method. Now by using this, we can identify the capacity. Now, if you want, you can get the length of a string. If you want, you can get the length of a string. So s1 dot. Okay. Now, after this, what happened? An empty buffer is created. By using append method, we can add the new information. So, S1, that is my string buffer object dot append of, add some information, welcome. After that, after appending the information, find out what is the capacity and what is the length, and at the same time system dot out dot println string is plus s1 dot to string. The methods are common related to string. Okay, I am printing all these information. Now if you want, you can write s1 dot append of to Java program. So my aim is more than 16 characters. More than 16 characters. Again, print all these information. Close the main, close the class. You observe here what happened. First, I create the string buffer object with empty capacity. And after that, I append the method. See, step by step. Dot Java. Now go to the command prompt, Java C space demo string buffer 1 dot Java, Java space. Now observe the output. Initially, no string is added. The capacity is 16. The length is 0. Why? Just an object is created without any content. After adding append welcome, the capacity is 16 only. The length of a string is 7 and my string is welcome. After for the welcome, you are adding to Java program. Now, welcome to Java program. The length is greater than 16. So if it crosses the capacity is automatically updated to 34 and the length of the string becomes 22 and this is the length of a string and this is the length of a string. You got it? In this way, the buffer object is created and we can append. Not only append method. Append is always used to add the string at the end. If you want, you have another method, insert. So you know that one. Insert a string at a specified position. Insert some text at the specified position. Now similar to after inserting also we are getting a string buffer object, string buffer insert of at a specified position. So you need to write down the index, that is at which position you want to write. Now followed by string some str, followed by string some str. Okay. Or string buffer insert of int index, you can insert a single character also. If you want, you can insert a single character also. So move to this program, s1 dot append. Here, for example, welcome to Java. S1 dot insert of. So first to write down the position, suppose position 6 comma 2. For example, I will write down this one. Save. Ignore the remaining things. So observe only this one. Initially, my string is welcome to Java. After inserting method, after inserting at the 6th position, see this one, from 6th position onwards, the program is inserted. 6th position, before P, I given some space. So like this, the space and then before welcome. This is inserted at the 6th position. You got the point? That is insert operation. You can insert at a specified position. In the similar fashion, you can delete. Now you observe the case. Here string buffer means after creation also, here I am modifying the string, that is appending, inserting, and if possible, I will delete the string also. So what happened? So delete the string from the specified position. So string buffer delete of, here you need to specify starting index and int ending index. So remove from the starting index to ending index, but always remember start index is inclusive, end index is not inclusive, end index is not inclusive. Now so here SB dot, not SB, S1, S1 dot delete of, write down 2 comma 5. So remove the characters from to position number 2 to 4 only. Position number 2 to 4 only. Save. Observe the last output only. Observe the last output. Last output. See this one. So position number 2 L, position number 3 C, position number 4 O. So L, C, O, those three are removed. Those three are removed. That means we can append the characters or else we can remove the characters. So we can insert the characters at specified position. This is the way to create the string by using string buffer. Now case 2. What is my case 2? Case 2 is creating the string object by using the second constructor, string buffer of integer. So the syntax is string buffer some s is equal to new string buffer of int. What is the difference between first approach and second approach? In the first approach, integer value. In the first approach, a buffer object is created with some default capacity 16. Now, in this, a buffer object is created with this capacity. That is the only difference. Suppose here I given 10. So a buffer object is created with a capacity 10. That is the only difference. So here I fixed the capacity. See this one? 10. Now observe the remaining outputs. So anyway, the methods, everything is same. Observe the first output. Initially, the capacity is 10, the length 0 and 21. After that, so I am adding the string insert 6 to program and the capacity is increased to 46 and so on. Depending upon the characters, the capacity is increased. Depending on the characters, the capacity is increased. Anyway, now the next one is, so this one, the capacity 22. First 10, if it is increased 10 into 2, 22, sorry, 10 into 2, 20 plus 2, 22. In the next step, 44 plus 2, 46. So the concept is completely same. The only difference is, instead of taking the default capacity, here I taken the fixed capacity. That is the another one. Now, case 3. What is case 3? Creating the string buffer object. String buffer, some s is equal to new string buffer of, directly you are writing the string here. Directly you are writing the string here. Now, what is the capacity of the buffer? Remember, the capacity is equal to the default capacity 16 plus length of a string. 16 plus length of the string. This is the capacity. If you are passing the string, 16 plus length of a string. Now check this one. Remaining procedures are same. Instead of 10, here I am passing good morning. Now check the capacity. What is the length of a string? And then check the capacity. Observe. The length is 12. Good morning. The length is 12. 16 plus 12, 28. So initially, the capacity is 28. The length is 12. After that, by adding welcome to Java, so no problem. The length is 27. After adding welcome to Java also, the total length is 27. It is less than 28. Now, by inserting this one program, the capacity crosses 28, so it doubles plus 2. And you are inserting operation, you are doing delete operation. What is the thing here? You can create a string directly, but the capacity is 16 plus the length of a string. 16 plus the length of a string. Finally, what is case 4? Case 4 is using string buffer of some character sequence, java.lang. Some character sequence. Here what happened? Here I create the string buffer like this. Observe, string buffer s1 is equal to new string buffer of, suppose, welcome. Okay, I created the string buffer like this. Now create another string buffer object. String buffer some s2 is equal to new string buffer of s1. Now you got it. So that means one string buffer object is passed as the parameter to another string object. That means one object will have the data from another object. One object will have the data from another object. Now I will show you. Ignore all these things. Suppose string buffer S1. Now create string buffer S2 is equal to new string buffer of S1. That is S2 takes the object from S1. S2 take the object from S1. Now print out all the things system dot out dot println capacity of S1 is plus S1 dot capacity. Check why I am writing all these things. S1 dot capacity and system dot out dot println length of S1 is plus S1 dot length of S1 dot length of. Okay, I am finding the capacity and length and I am displaying the string. Now the same information is displayed for string 2 also. Do the same thing. Capacity of S2 is what happened? S2 dot capacity and S2 dot length and S2 dot to string. String S2 is, here I will write string S1 is okay. After that, if you are doing either insertion operation or deletion operation, for example, S2 dot delete of 1 comma 3. You can delete anything. Just for example, I am deleting 1 comma 3. Now after performing deletion operation, again print all these values, save and execute. Now observe the output. Capacity is 28. Length of S1 is 12. So S1 is good morning. Like this. So first two objects, capacity, length to string, capacity, length to string. Now observe, here I am deleting on string S2. So the capacity of S2 is 28 and the length is 10. I deleted 2 characters and this is my string. But observe, S1 is not changed. What happened? Simply X2 take the data from S1. S2 take the data from S1. And if you are doing any modifications under one object, it does not affect another object. It does not affect another object. This is string buffer class. Creation of a string from the string buffer class. Exactly in the same way, we have one more class is there. That is string builder class for creating string objects. Remember, the string objects which are created from string builder also mutable object. Here also there are 4 constructors for creating for string objects. What are the 4 constructors? Public, like string buffer only, java.lang.string builder. Instead of buffer, you are writing builder without parameter, with one integer parameter, with one string sequence, with one character sequence. Everything is same. So instead of string buffer, I used the term string builder. And the methods, the capacity, default capacity is 16. Here this is the capacity, 16 plus length, One string builder take object from data from another string builder object. Everything is same. Then what is the difference between string buffer and string builder? So both are same. String builder is non-synchronized class. It is non-synchronized class. And string buffer is synchronized class. This is the main difference between buffer and builder. In the real time, now synchronization means suppose more than one object wants to execute at the same time. So string builder is non-synchronized classes. In the real time, string builders are used to implement standalone applications. Why? It is existed in a single system. Now in the real time, string buffer are used for server application development. Clear? Now, what is the difference? String. Suppose by using the string, we are creating objects, those are immutable. String buffer and string builder, the objects are mutable objects. String is slow. Compared to remaining, string is slow, yet it consumes more memory when compared to more strings. At the same time, it creates a new object. But string buffer is fast, yet it consumes low memory, and the concatenation is done in the same string. Now, string buffer class, remember one point, string buffer class does not override the equals method. That is, in the string buffer, equals method is not available. Remaining everything is available. This is the way creating the string object from the string buffer and string builder. Thank you.